everyone. My name is Satya. My student ID is FT41 underscore 470044. I'm excited to present my project and interactive data analytics dashboard designed to explore and visualize startup investment trends. This project aims to empower stakeholders in the startup ecosystem to make informed decisions based on the actionable insight. We know that the startup industry is rapidly growing, with thousands of companies securing funding each year. However, analyzing these funding trends and the investor behavior can be so challenging. This dashboard provides essential insight into which industries attract the most investment, identifies the top investor, and also highlights the factor influencing on the funding success. My aim to deliver the actionable insight that enhance decision making and support the startup growth. So this is the particular data set I selected, which contains the columns like name, page URL, category, list, market, etc. So let's dive deeper that what exactly I did in this project. So I established the project workflow and provided a research idea that guided the analysis. I also identify a particular critical feature that for the exploratory data analysis, shaping the data exploratory strategy. I lead that the data cleaning efforts in resolving issues with founder at column. I proposed a more accurate method for filling NaN values by analyzing the relationship between company's founding year and the first funding year. So instead of filling the NaN values with median or mean, it is very important to see the particular relation between both of them. So actually it is a real data, so we need to go for filling it with some kind of a relationship such as funding year, first funding year and founded year. And I created an advanced visualization and designing the dashboard, ensuring the finding were presented clearly and effectively. I authorized the README file to provide the clear instruction and context of the project. I also built the interactive dashboard using Streamlit, which is enhance the engagement and facilitating the data exploration. So this is the particular README file. So which is actually showing that the funding round analysis, investor trends, industry breakdown, geographical insights, and time series trends. We are also I'm also planning for the future features that I was planning to add the API in it so that the real-time data will be delivered insightfully. And yes, so let's move toward our dashboard. Dashboard containing the key performance indicator such as total funding, total startup, most common funding time, which is venture, average funding startup, and total startup founded in India, which is 620, most for famous market segment in India, which is e-commerce. So e-commerce sector is really emerging sector in India. We can see here only. And the total venture capital in India and total venture capital funded in USA itself, and what is the most famous market segment in USA. So here the most famous market segment is research. So we can say that the research sector is emerging day by day. So here in this graph, it's the total funding by market analysis highlights the distribution of funding across different industries and help investor to identify high growth of sector and market segment. So here we can say that the biotechnology market is very having the most funding in this year. And when we move toward the country by funding, is the funding by country codes analyze and provides the insight into how investment is distributed across different countries, helping the investor identify the key market and emerging opportunity. So here the USA country is having the total funding rather than other countries. The funding distribution status analyze and categorize the funding based on the startup which on the current status, which is operating, close, or acquired. This help investor understand how capital flows across the active, failed, and merged startup, providing this insight into the market stability and investment rate. So we can see here that it will be more helpful to investor to see that which funding is open, which funding is closed. Maybe some fundings are not deliverable, or some fundings are acquired. So this kind of a thing is very is derived from this particular donut chart. Again, the number of startup by country code analysis showcase the distribution of startup across the different countries, helping investor analyze, identify regions with high entrepreneurs activity and emerging startup. So here we can see that the USA have the high entrepreneur activity and emerging startup ecosystem. So we can conclude that the USA has the most startup emerging each year. Where the number of startup, we also can see that USA has the number of startup here, So this particular geographical chart can say that, like, which country, which region has the number of startup by using the color. Whereas the 3D correlation heat map is analyzing the funding types, that which funding type is actually correlated with each other. So 3D funding correlation heat map reveals the relationship between different startup funding round, helping the investor to understand. So that is the seed funding is usually a very preferred one, or is there angel funding or any other thing. Again, here, the yearly funding trend analyze the track funding patterns over the year, helping investor to identify growth of the trend, market fluctuation, and emerging investor opportunity. So if I want to check the particular market trend from 1934 to the last year, that is 2014. So I can get a particular market trend, that where exactly the market went down, where exactly the startup funding went on rising and all. So this is the yearly market trend. Again, we can go further, like funding growth by year. So this also analyze the yearly funding growth, showcasing trends in investment increases, market expansion, and sector-wise funding shift over time. So here also, if I want to check that what is the market funding growth from 1949 to somewhat like from 2003. So we can see that the e-commerce sector has the most funding in that particular year of span, that from 1949 to May to 2003, there is the most funding raised for e-commerce sector. And yeah, this is I want to conclude my presentation. So this is